Hi, how are you? This is Aslam Said. Today's lesson is about the temperament is one of the three major components that are used to help diagnose personality disorder. The four types of temperament are neurotic, hysteric, anxious, depressive, sanguine, neurotic have anxiety. Hysteric tend to be more depressed, anxious, depressive are a little of both, or sanguine. Do not seem to suffer any anxiety at all, Jones at all 2020. I am anxious, depressive. This means that I am often moody. I feel anxious at work and I am always depressed. Many of us feel anxious at work or feel depressed, and some of us tend to feel both. It is more than that, however, for a person with an anxious, depressive temperament can be really depressed and anxious, and then there is me. I suffer from a lot of both and tend to be moody because I have a control over what I feel. Sometimes it is like a pendulum that swings from one extreme to another. This can really interfere with job performance. One job that I have been involved with in my recent career had several employees that suffer from anxious, depressive temperament. So I was interested in talk about the effects that might have on project management and how this experience might interfere with the quality of the work that was produced. Many of us at work know that being moody can have a negative effect on the work we do. Mood swings are a problem. However, they can also lead to success. Persons having anxious, depressing management manage by being aware of their moods and controlling their behavior to keep them from harming their performance or the work that they are involved in. They need to be careful of how they go about their tasks, whether it is by speaking negative by to others, by not speaking to others when they have work related problem, and by being argument or negative to others. To manage to manage this, they need to be aware of how they feel and how they are managing their emotions. They need to understand that when they are about to get emotionally upset, they need to take some time to themselves. And the easiest way to do this would be to take to a walk or maybe for a coffee and get a breath, John's, etc. Out 2020. This will be help to ensure that their emotions are under control. Otherwise, they could react out of control and act inappropriately. They could say something very inappropriate. They could say something under control inappropriately. They could say something very inappropriate that could have a determining effect on their project or job performance. To ensure that this does not happen, the person has to learn to handle their emotion in an appropriate way. They need to learn to control their action. This means that they need to learn how to control their behavior, how to control their reaction, and to control their thoughts. The best way to learn how to control this reaction is to practice. There are different ways that one can use to practice. One of the most common ways that people that suffer from this temperament use to control their behavior and their moods is meditation, prayer, or yoga. Through the practice of meditation, they can learn to gain some control over their emotions. And how do they react? They need to gain some control over their emotions before they can learn to handle them. And the teamwork is a very important topic when it's come to project management. Fostering teamwork is very important to project success. It is done when managers and team members, the team fostering teamwork is done during any project when the goals, responsibility and roles of the project are planned at flag. ETL 2020. Fostering teamwork. I guess the which manager can foster teamwork during a meeting are the communication, and by listening, managers must make sure that they know the goals of the meeting. They also must make sure that they are communicating to their teams to ensure that they team understand. The managers must make sure that they are listening to them. They must be listening. Manager fails to listen to the team when they fail to foster. Manager fails to listen to team that they fail to foster teamwork. This is because they are not able to foster the shared goals and the feelings of the team. Managing emotions in the workplace is something that should be used when a project in the middle of trouble. Emotion can be positive or negative, and when they are negative they can be destructive, but sometimes this destructive emotion can be managed by using strategies. By negative emotions got the best of when I was involved with a project. One project I worked on had a lot of problems. That the deadlines that were be given were impossible to meet. There were so many problems associated with project that there was no clear way to handle the project. GDs at 2020. There was a lot of pressure to complete the project, so I decided to use a self-management tool that I have to use before to manage my emotions. This is strategy that I have used to handle and control my mood, anxiety and depression. That strategy that I used is to get my head right. When I decided that all the problems associated with the project were too overwhelming, I had to get my head right and make sure that I was able to think clearly. I took a few minutes to myself. I was in control of the project, the team and my emotion. I had to make sure that I had a clear head. Then I could begin to think clearly about the project and comes up that ensured that I project that I had a chance of success. And I regret the way that I acted when I was dealing with the project. I was so overwhelmed by the time that I was with the project that I was not even thinking properly. I was having good old anxiety attack. I was having a few emotions out of the control. The thing is that I was not controlling my emotions. Sometimes it is difficult to control emotions that are out of control. When I can learn to control my behavior. Next time, for improving managing emotions in conflict, the strategy I would use to not get into a fight with my teammates. In this project, there were a lot of people involved. As a result, I was overwhelmed by the team members. I did not manage my emotions properly. This has happened before and it was happened many times. When I have learned from this is that what it's happened, it must manage my emotion better. When emotions are out of control, we cannot be rational. Get this at all 2020. We cannot control our behavior. So I just must learn to control my emotions and I learn to be more rational. The next time is happen, I need to control my emotion and the team members around as well. It's for references which I take from Judith D. Callisto R.R. Gibson B.E. 2020. A message in the madness function of workplace anger in organizational life, Academy of Management Perspective 340 by 47. And Jones J. Catt BCU Wright J. 2020 Cultural Diversity Drives Innovation Empowerment Theme of Success International Journal of Innovation Science. Clive A. Buster, M.J. Jonah, K. 2020 Fostering Team Innovation and Learning by Means of Team-Centric Transformational Leadership, the Role of Teamwork, Quality, Journal of Occupational and Organization Physiology, 93-4. Thank you.